your battery's at like 10%.
Stuff like that.
Just any notification comes up. Which one?
Hello everybody, I'm Noah,
And I'm Colin.
and we are bringing you round 2 of districts with the Reed Spring Wolves at home at the Carl Langley Field, and the Mount Vernon Mountaineers. The Mount Vernon Mountaineers were the first game. The Mount Vernon Mountaineers were the first game that the Wolves played of the season. It was a close game, and the Mountaineers actually passed for 400 yards on the Wolves. Their number 24, their wide receiver, is a great threat, as well as their quarterback, who's a 4-year starter. They're definitely going to be looking to pass, and that's why, the whole year we've been working on pass coverage, wouldn't you say? I think we've gotten a lot better at it. What are your thoughts?
We've definitely improved on the pass coverage throughout the year, and we've definitely gotten better every single game.
No, I completely agree. And, speaking of that, an injury that we've suffered all year is Keenan Haynes. And Keenan Haynes will actually be playing maybe some fullback today, but for the most part, Keenan Haynes will be playing safety on a formation we have called Razor, which is where we have 2 safeties. Usually what happens in that formation is number 8, Seth Stamps, drops back at safety from cornerback, and I believe we throw another cornerback out there to play, but typically we would shift a linebacker out to play corner, but due to some injuries, we don't have a body that can do that. So what we do is we send Seth out there. That won't be happening tonight. Keenan Haynes will be back at safety with number 20, Kelly Newton, and Seth will play corner just as he normally would. It's definitely a help. But other than that, our injuries are the same. Some notes I was talking to the coaches, and they said that our O-line has to establish the run. That's our MO, is the O-line and running the ball. But he did say we're going to run some play actions, and I'll let you tell the viewers, why you have to establish a run for play action, or just, any pass to work, because there's some things that there's reasons why you need to do it.
Well, the reason why you need to establish the run game in order to get the pass game running is because it tricks the defense. You have to get the defense guessing. You can't let the defense know what they are going to do. So if you run the ball several times in a row, the defense is going to start guessing that you're going to run it. So then that's where the play action comes in play. It's going to pull in the safeties, the defensive backs, your linebackers. They're all going to come in because they're thinking it's a run, and then the quarterback will drop back after faking the handoff, and hopefully you'll have a wide receiver open, which has happened a couple of times this year for the Wolves, and that's why establishing the run game helps, and especially for a team that relies so heavy on the run game, they need to establish the run game.
This live stream is being brought to you by
Sorry for the interruption there, Wolves fans. Just some technical issues, but the Reed Spring Wolves last week played Aurora, which me and Colin weren't there for. We were playing baseball in Arizona. Something that we missed. Took a little break, I guess. But if you watched, it was a great production. And this week, hopefully, it's going to be even better. We played Aurora and won and the Mountaineers played Hollister and won. And right now, the winner of the Reed Spring Wolves versus the Mount Vernon Mountaineers, the winner of that will play Cassville versus Monette at Monette. Earlier in the season, Monette beat Cassville 21-20, and that went pretty well. You know, for those teams, you know, it was a good game, and the Wolves lost to Cassville, their second loss of the season, their first loss, but in total they've lost twice. And you could tell, you know, that was a game where the Wolves didn't exactly show up. They kind of took a breather, and that's kind of how it was with Catholic too. Our other loss on the, you know, on the year was that the Wolves just kind of got comfortable. But I'm going to let you, Colin, tell them about this, about how competition right now, all the teams are good. You know, in every class of football, 1A, 2A, 3A, 4A, 5A, when you're competing with other schools in your class in round 2 of districts, you're going to have to step it up and go. You know, you're going to have to really go at it. And so, you know, why don't you tell them about that and how the competition right now is, you know, it's all down to go.
Well, now that we're in round 2 of districts, you've basically filtered out the weaker teams that haven't been as strong as the other ones. So now what you have left are the strong teams that are good at fighting, that don't make as many mistakes as the teams that would make mistakes that have already been eliminated. So the Wolves need to come into these games knowing that they have to be on their A game in order to win, because these aren't bad teams. They're not facing bad teams. That's an easy win. They have to play at their best, and they have to stay at their best the whole game until the clock hits 0.
Yeah, and like we said, Keenan Haynes coming back. Asa Baker, who was big man on campus last week, which, you know, is an award essentially that the Wolves give, where the best lineman, O-line or D-line, that makes the biggest impact gets that. And that means Asa had a game last Friday, and that's good for him. And he will be doing that, you know, showcasing that in this game. We've talked about him plenty of times. Corey Robinette is extremely close to breaking 1,000 yards. And Coulter Witten is close to breaking 1,000 yards. He's about 150 yards off, whereas Corey's he's a little bit closer. And so I think that's going to be good, you know. It gives them almost more of an incentive to play. The only thing about personal records, and I think this is in any level of sports, is sometimes if the athlete isn't in the right mindset, they'll kind of play selfishly. And, like, let's say they're trying to break this yardage record and they don't get the ball enough, they're down on themselves. You know, would you agree, or do you have a different opinion?
Well, I mean, yeah, they will play selfish, but it also is kind of good at the same time because it makes them have drive. It puts drive behind them, makes them want to play at their A game, because they know that they need to do extremely good in order to get this personal record for them. And so that's why it's good, but at the same time it can be bad because they start to get down on themselves and it gets too far inside their mind, but at the same time it's good.
Yeah, and I completely agree. As you can see, the captains are meeting middle field. You know, we're ready to go. But one I want to get at here really quick is Raid was a new formation defensively that was put in during during the Catholic game, or put in for the Catholic game, and it is where a receiver, or we have 3 halfbacks, and a halfback goes in motion out, which is supposed to draw a linebacker onto the halfback, and we're hoping that halfback is a little quicker than the linebacker there, creates a mismatch. You know, so that, I talked to Coach Gosh, the coach for the Wolves, about that. He said we will see it a few times. He's also, you know, said Keenan, he's not going to be an everyday guy right now, but it's because he's coming back from that injury. But he has been released, and he will be, you know, a key player in this game, hopefully. The Wolves are taking the field. Number 1, Joel Gertson, will be set to kick the ball off. Joel looks like he will be kicking to number 21, Andrew Montemeyer, for this drive. So again, this is the second round of districts. The stands are going crazy. You know, everyone's hyped up. Mount Vernon has a pretty good turnout, I would say, and they look like they're ready to go. And if you don't know, Mount Vernon has got a lot better, just like we have. This is going to be a good game of Wolves football. See the kick as a squib kick there to start it off with. Number 15, Chance Fenton, is going to return it, and is going to be brought down by number. Was that number 26, Coulter Witten? I couldn't exactly see it there. But Wolves are going to start on the 19-yard line, or excuse me, the Mountaineers are going to start on the 19-yard line. Not the best field position, not the worst. Going to see what they do here. You can see number 25, Keenan Haynes, is back there at safety, as well as number 20, Kelly Newton.
Mount Vernon moving a man. A handoff will be up the middle, but the Wolves are quickly on that. Number 55, Jacob Rance, with a tackle. That was number 6, Sammy Robinson, and that was only for about a 5-yard gain. 4-yard gain.
Going to have the short little pass to number 21. It's going to be, or 24, excuse me, going to be dropped. As you can hear me say at the very beginning of the game, was that number 24? He's a player, and he's the guy that they look for. That was, again, Jarrett Massey, the intended wide receiver, passed by number 4, Garrett Hadlock, who's a 4-year starter for him. He's got a lot of experience. That's why we run in 2 safeties, stop the big play. He's going to pass it to number 15, Chance Fenton, who's going to be brought down by number 8, Seth Stamps, as well as number 52, Ben Moeller. And it looks like that's going to be good enough for a Mountaineers first down. 1st and 10, ball is on the 32-yard line.
Mountaineers relying on the pass to start off the game. A play action right here, a deep pass, but will be incomplete. Great pass coverage right there by number 6, Corey Robinette.
Looked like the pass was a little high. I mean, even if he was wide open, I don't know that he could have caught that. Obviously, the defensive back adds more pressure, but that looked like a little bit of a pass that was a little too high. 2nd and 10 here. They're running a lot of play action, although they haven't exactly established a run here. Again, play action. This looks like almost the same play to number 24, Jesse Massey, excuse me. That's going to get them 3rd and short, about 3rd and medium, 3rd and short. Pass coverage is going to, as we can already tell, pass coverage is going to have to be key.
What I think Mount Vernon's doing is they're going with the short passes to make Reed Springs' defensive back start to press up more on the receivers, so then the receivers can burn Reed Spring deep, because Reed Spring's going to think that Mount Vernon's going to rely on the short pass.
Gonna see what they do here. I could definitely see the run. Was that a timeout? I believe it was, yes. Timeout by the Mountaineers. What I want to talk about to you really quick is, do you think the passing, like we talked about before the game, for us, we want to establish the run so that we can pass later on, play action. Do you think they could be establishing like play action to pass to where we expect play action and then we run and then they run the ball?
I mean, I don't really know if that would work exactly. I think what they're doing in the play action is they're just trying to keep the Wolves guessing, because if you just get one person to guess wrong, it still helps. It opens up more space for the receivers. So I don't know if they're trying to make the ground game work. They're just trying to get people to guess and guess wrong.
Yeah, that makes a lot more sense. I do love what you said about the putting pressure on the defensive backs. Looks like they're going to hand the ball off there. I don't know if that's going to be good enough for a first down. It's going to be pretty close. You can see there we just had one safety, Kelly Newton. But I think we're definitely running Razor, I believe, is the formation with the two safeties to prevent the deep pass. Would you agree?
I would agree with that.
You know, and I think overall, we're obviously not the most smartest football people, but I think that the job of a safety is to not let anyone by them. They're just like the last defense. And I do think that Kelly, as well as Keenan, does a good job of that. He played safety, then moved to linebacker, and then he brought back. They're bringing the chains out, and it's going to be short. That's going to be fourth down. I'm assuming they're going to go for it. What are you thinking?
If you go for it, you don't really give the Wolves the greatest field position. But if you punt it, you're putting the Wolves back decently far, probably on about their own 20 to 25. What do you think this is, the NFL? That guy's standing like 20 yards back. That's 15. The Mountaineers it looks like the Mountaineers will be going for it. They're probably going to go on a short pass right here or run up the middle, something short.
It looks like we don't have anyone really set back. JP's kind of, it looks like they're gonna punt it. Obviously, I don't think we were expecting their punter to also be their quarterback. But I don't really think that hurt us that much. It wasn't even like that great of a punt. It does put us on our 16-yard line, but it's just kind of an odd play.
Well, if you didn't see right there, what happened is they snapped the ball, and the quarterback / punter was in shotgun formation. Whenever he caught it, he acted like he was about to pass, and he dropped back a couple of yards and then punted the ball off to the Wolves.
So here we have number 2, Blake Gromvold, commanding the offense. It's going to be a handoff. Or excuse me, not a handoff. For a yard or two, not much of a gain. Got about second and medium.
Number 2, Blake Gromvold on the
that was a keeper by Blake Gromvold. He was stopped by number 57, Shane Lester. Gonna see what the Wolves do here. He's gonna keep it and be tackled for a loss. See Asa and another kid falling down after the play. He kept the ball instead of giving it to Coulter, and then probably thought he had more time to pitch it, but didn't end up having any more time. We are going to have 3rd and 10. Are you expecting the run here or the pass?
I'm guessing the run right here by the Wolves. Blake Gromvold will drop back, and the pass will be incomplete. Too high for his intended target, J.P. Gardner.
He had a decent amount of time in the pocket. Kind of some pressure, but not too much as he passed the ball. Just threw it a little too high. Joel's going to hopefully get a good punt here to put the Wolves, put the Mountaineers in some poor field position. Number 21, Andrew Montemayor, set to return the punt.
You also have to remember is that Blake Gromvold was tackled on his run right away, so he might feel a little uneasy while being in the pocket. He might be nervous of someone coming from his blind side and taking him out, which is always something that a quarterback worries about, is getting hit from the blind side. And that's why a quarterback has to have very good pocket presence, because they have to know what's happening around them, and they also have to be able to keep their eyes on the receivers. So, whenever a defense gets through the line and they tackle the quarterback or they sack him, it makes the quarterback get a little uneasy, which helps make the quarterback make bad decisions because he rushes and he forces things. So that's why that was good for Mount Vernon. A pass right here to number 21 will be a short pass, but 21 will shake off a couple of tackles, and he will go for a 20-yard to 18-yard gain right there on the play.
The missed tackles hurt us there. You know, Kelly Newton missed the tackle there. He's the first one. Coach told him maybe need to break down. You know, some things, when you're going hard, trying to tackle someone hard, sometimes it is hard to break down. Mountaineers in pretty good field position here. Gonna drop back for the pass. Gonna put pressure on him, and he's gonna be tackled by number 52, Ben Moeller. Pressure was put on him by number 79, Austin Bradfield, which is good. It caused him to, you know, run away from the pocket. Gonna be a small gain of about 3 to 4 yards. Wolves are really looking for a pick here. We can obviously see that pass is gonna be their MO. The Wolves just have to find a way to stop it, to defend it. The passes are really small, and I can see them doing what you were saying, Colin, was causing our defensive corners to put pressure, and then our safeties are already playing in. Kelly Newton is going to end up tackling him. He's going to hit him, and number 6 for the Mountaineers, Sammy Robinson, is going to start to stumble. The Mountaineers are putting good pressure on the Wolves here, marching down the field pretty well. It's not exactly the biggest surprise, you know. The Wolves knew they were going to be a tough team. Deep pass to number 24. Oh my God, an amazing, very, very close catch. Whether that was in the end zone or not, that was still a pretty good catch by the receiver there. Just a little bit too late, he was already out. Good pass coverage by Corey Robinette. It looks like number 24 showing some speed. Corey was able to keep up with it. What do you got to say? Looks like you have nothing to say. Gonna have probably 2nd and 10, probably looking for a pass again. It's gonna be a short pass to number 15, Chance Fenton, for the small gain there. 3rd and long, 3rd and medium. Again, I'm gonna expect the pass. If we can stop the Mountaineers and force them to the field goal, that would probably be the best bet. Again, one thing when we talk about the Wolves' offense is that they have to, the O-line has to establish themselves. They have to do good. He's going to roll out to his right. Number 55, Jacobs Rance, is going to put some pressure on him. It's going to be picked by number 8, Seth Stamps, who's going to pick it off and get it to about the 10-yard line there. Great play. Colin, I must ask you. Well, first let's say this. Jacob Rance put pressure on him, on the quarterback, for Garrett Haddock. He rolled out. Then Dakota Romesberg came over, put pressure, forced the bad pass right into Seth's hands. But let me ask you this. Should Seth have stayed in the end zone? Can you do that, stay in the end zone, get tackled, and then we're on the 20-yard line?
Yes, you can. You could just catch it and then take a knee for a touchback.
Why do you think he didn't do that?
Blake Gromvold with a 15-yard rush right there up the middle. But why didn't he do that? Because first off, he's not an experienced cornerback where he knows with the second that whenever he catches it, he needs to take a knee. Also, he might have not known that he was in the end zone. Then also he might have wanted to create something, because a lot of people try to put stuff into their own hands and try to do a little bit too much and try to create something.
No, I think it was a good play. I was just curious on what you thought. Blake Gromvold is going to pitch it to number 8, Seth Stamps, who's going to get upfield for about a 6, 7, 8-yard gain there. Pretty good. You know, as you can see, the routine fake took Coulter up the middle. Great play. Blake and Seth stringing in some yards. Seth has got to have a lot of adrenaline going from the pick. Great defensive play by the Wolves. The Wolves' defense is really a strong part of the team. Gonna keep it by Blake Gromvold, who's gonna get a good gain and be tackled by number 21, Andrew Montemayor. Good play there. I do like that. Blake kind of seems to almost be using Coulter as a blocker. He fakes it to Coulter. Coulter runs up. Some people go to tackle him. He blocks, and then Blake kind of follows the path. It's working out pretty good. It's good enough for a first down. Wolves stringing some stuff together this drive. He's going to keep it, fake the handoff to Coulter, but I think he's going to gain a yard or two. They are definitely starting to see that he's tending to go up the middle more. as long as the Wolves can keep it, that looks like about a yard gain, but as long as the Wolves can keep them guessing, I think they're going to be successful with the option this game. And then if the O-line can establish holes, then that will cause the Wolves to be able to do play action. Gonna be a fake. Gonna be a fake to Coulter, then a reverse to Corey. And he doesn't exactly get anywhere. It looks like for no gain. The defensive line is just, they're getting through on the O-line. Do you see anything particular? Looks like a no. Gonna be the short pass to Corey, who's gonna try to get upfield here. It's gonna look like it's for a medium gain. I don't think it's gonna be good enough for the first down. It's gonna be 4th and short by a few yards. Joel's gonna go out to kick it. Although the Wolves didn't score off that pick, they did get some great runs together, strung some stuff together, and now they're going to be kicking or punting it off to number 21, Andrew Montemayor, and hopefully get some good field position here. The punt is going to be a pretty good placed punt there. Looks like the ball's going to be down on like the 8-ish yard line, 6-yard line. That's a pretty good punt by Joel. You know, over the season, I think I've seen him get better with his punts. He's, you know, perfected some stuff a little bit better. Looks like we have Keenan and Kelly, the double safeties out there. I'm still really glad we got that pick, and I say it every game that our defense gets confidence going. They make a turn, they force a turnover, they make a good play. Our offense just has to be able to continue to work off that.
A handoff up the middle for the Mountaineers, but will quickly be tackled by a herd of Wolves on the play. The Mountaineers have ran a single back on several of these plays. They're not really running with a fullback. They just have the halfback back there. The quarterback will drop back for a pass, and it will be another dump pass out to the right to number 21, Andrew Montemayor. It will be 3rd and short, about 3rd and 3 for the Mountaineers.
The Mountaineers are looking to run a lot of the same plays. They'll either roll out to the right or left and do a little small, what would that be, a dump pass or a little dump pass, I guess. As you can see, Wolves rotating here really quickly. JP and Keenan up there to go in. Looks like they're going to try to run up the middle, number 6, Sammy Robinson. And it's going to be, I don't know if that's going to be, that is going to be good enough for the first down. Ball's on the 19-yard line. You see the, it looked like number 4, Logan Plum on the tackle there for the loss. Saw a Wolf get hit by a few Mountaineers on the block. And the exchange of Mountaineers players, they got a lot of receivers out there. As you can see, they go to number 21, Andrew Montemayor, as well as number 24, Jarrett Massey a lot. Number 24, their probably best receiver, doing great this year. Definitely can tell how the Wolves' passing coverage has helped them in this game. They've worked on it a lot. Going to be play action, pass to number 24, Jared Massey, who's going to be brought down by number 3, JP Gardner. It's going to be 2nd down.
You said our pass coverage is kind of helping us. I'm going to have to argue with that because I mean, it's decent, but it's not really where it needs to be. We're still letting the receivers be out in front of our defensive backs, allowing the quarterback to lead his receivers and allowing them to get first downs just like that.
The deep pass, that's almost going to be caught with one hand by number 21, Andrew Montemayor, with number 6, Corey Robinette on the coverage. He covered he covered he covered a receiver down into the end zone where he caught it, but it was out of bounds. It was great pass coverage. I do agree with what you're saying. It's not where it should be or where it needs to be, but I was just saying it's improved since the beginning of the year. Last year, or the very first game of the year, we played the Mountaineers. They passed for 400 yards on us, which by any standards is not good. Got the double safeties. Looks like we're in razor formation right now. Going to be a low snap, pass, and it's going to be tipped by number 20, Kelly Newton, and then Kanan is almost going to be able to get a hand on it. But either way, it was good pass coverage, and it put them on 3rd and 10. Going to go with the pass here. Are you expecting to see a deeper pass or maybe a dump to where they can get some blocks and try to string together a 10-yard run?
I'm expecting to go for about a short pass, not a dump, but about 5-6 yards, and then have the receiver get a couple of rack yards, run after catch, and get the first down that way. And the pass right there, number 24. I mean, not really the best coverage right there. It was a good route ran right there, fakes the streak route, and then breaks back in. So a really good route right there by the receiver. Good job by Mount Vernon mixing up their routes, mixing up the plays. They made it look like they were going to run just deep pass, and then he cuts in and fakes out our defensive back.
I think what got him the most there is that they're going to hand it off to number 6, Sammy Robinson, who's going to be brought down by number 3, J.P. Gardner. They got the whole defense there, right? You know, the hole opened up and they strung together the great run. But as you can see, I think what got Corey the best on that route was that he just ran for a streak and they just passed for it, and Corey had to play some good coverage. So I was expecting that. You have number 2, Blake Gromvold, out there at corner. You see Seth and Logan moving. He's going to roll out. Blake's going to be covering him. Blake's going to fall down as number 21. Andrew Montemeyer falls down. The pass is going to be incomplete. Good coverage by Blake. I also saw another receiver, running like a hitch route. They pulled back at the last second. He was kind of open there, but they didn't decide to go to him. They went for the deeper pass. Second and 10. Blake did the right thing there, read the quarterback, read where the pass was going. It's going to be the handoff to number 6, Sammy Robinson. Is going to be tackled by number 79, Austin Bradfield. Going to be tackled for a loss. They're going to have 3rd and long. Looks like 3rd and 12, 3rd and 11.
Number 6, Sammy Robinson on the carry. He's tackled
if the Wolves do stop them 4th down here, it would be a decently deep field goal. Looks like it would be like a 40-yarder or maybe a little deeper there. Gonna see what Garrett Hassey has in play. He's gonna fake it, roll out to his left. He's gonna go for the pass there, and it's gonna be deflected by number 3, J.P. Gardner. That was into what looked like double coverage. J.P. was able to get around him, fish a hand in there, and swat it. That's gonna be 4th and deep. Do you think they're gonna go for the field goal or the punt here?
I'm guessing a punt.
That's what it's looking like. I didn't expect the field goal. Like I said, it's going to be a pretty deep field goal, especially for a high school kicker. Another thing the Wolves kind of have to be worried about here is the fact that their punter is their quarterback, so he can line up in shotgun. They're going to go for it here. Going to be past to number 15, Chance Fenton. Oh, no, number 21. Andrew Montemeyer is going to make the catch there. A great play by the Mountaineers. And that's going to put the Mountaineers on the 2-yard line. Blake Gromvold looked like he was on both number 15, Chance Fenton, and number 21, Andrew Montemeyer, which they pretty much got a mismatch going on the cornerback there, is that whose fault is that? You think it's the safeties for not peeling off and being on one of them, or just a good play by the O?
It could just be the play, but number 6 will truck it into the end zone for a touchdown. The Mountaineers will get on top 6-0 right before the first quarter is going to end.
Good play by the Mountaineers. They went for it on 4th and down, and they converted. Okay, that sounds good. Number 4, Garrett Haddock, is going to attempt the point after. They're going to get the flag. And, you know, I think one of the biggest weaknesses with the Wolves is the special teams. The special team seems to, I think that a lot of the players don't take it as seriously as it is. So what that's going to do is move them up a yard to where going for it would just be 2 yards away. But again, the Mountaineers scored first, 6-0. It looks like they're going to go for it. We have 47 seconds left. The Wolves really need to stop them here, make them pay for it. Hand it off to number 6, Sammy Robinson. He's not going to get it. He's going to be tackled by number 50, Cole Crutcher, number 55, Jacob Rance. Cole Crutcher got in there first, was able to tackle him, stop him, and then you see the rest of the Wolves just push Cole and Sammy down to make sure he doesn't get through. That's what it comes down to on that play, is all the Mountaineers are pushing Sammy forward. All the Wolves are pushing Cole Crutcher back towards them. And I think Cole got it on him. Cole got on him first and was able to do that. Mount Vernon has 6 points. Reed Spring Wolves 0. I knew it was going to be a game, and the team that's going to win is the team that shows up and really gets into it and stays focused. So you're going to have the Wolves set to return the kick here. Probably number 8, Seth Stamps. Looks like number 8, Seth Stamps, will be the deepest, but number 6, Corey Robinette, and number 20, Kelly Newton will both be back there. Going to see how their kickoff is. It'll be their first kickoff of the game.
Back to receive the kick for Reed Spring, number 8, Seth Stamps. Kicking off for Mount Vernon, number 19, Jaden Butler.
Number 18, Jaden Buttram, will be kicking the ball off. Again, set to receive the kick will be number 8, Seth Stamps. Looks like number 6, Corey Robinette, is going to return it. He's got some speed, but it's pretty much, he's going to get some yards. It was almost like a 1-on-3 there. There were 3 Mountaineers coming for him. He was able to cut through a hole. He has some speed. And again, like I said, he's really close to breaking 1,000 rushing yards this game.
Number 6, Corey Robinette on the return for Reed Spring. He's stopped by number 22, Will Boswell.
The Wolves will be on what looks like the 34-yard line. Blake is going to keep the ball here. It looks like he's going to kind of get a juke move going on number 12. Ethan Johnston, he was able to kind of make him think he was going to the right, went to the left. Pretty good keeper, good enough for the first down. Blake Gronville doing a good job. Wolves just need to string together some stuff. Joel Gertzen going out onto the field here. Blake Gronville's going to hand the ball off to number 26, Coulter, who's going to break a tackle, and it looks like he's going to be brought down by number 21, Andrew Montemeyer. Excuse me, might have been number 28. But either way, great run by Coulter Witten, who's going to get the first down.
Number 22, Will Boswell.
He's going to pitch it to number 8, Seth Stamps, who's going to go out and then cut back in. JP was obviously blocking the cornerback there, and that is going to be good enough for a pretty good gain. You're going to have like 2nd and 2, 2nd and 3, and that is the end of the first quarter of Wolves football versus the Mountaineers. This is the 2nd round in districts. Whoever wins this will go play Cassville, the winner of Cassville versus Monette. The score: Mount Vernon 6, Reed Spring 0.
Reed Springs really going to need to pick up their offense right here. They're getting a couple really big gains, but they need to get something going because they can't allow just keep going without getting any points on the board. This is also the same problem that they had in the Springfield Catholic game. They didn't score at all in the first quarter, and then they scored at the last second in the second quarter. So they're really going to have to get on the board, and their pass coverage is also going to need to kind of get a little bit better, play a little bit tighter on the wide receivers. But the Wolves need to get some things figured out right here because their offense isn't really doing the best right now. And then their defense is giving up too many huge plays where Mount Vernon will get a 15-yard run or they'll get a huge pass. There is a flag on the play.
Looks like Wolves might gain a yard or two, but again, flag on the play, might be holding there.
Number 26, Coulter Witten on the carry.
That was again number 26, Coulter Witten on the carry.
Got a flag on the play.
An illegal shift on the offense. They were 2nd and 3. It looks like it's going to be 2nd and 8, a 5-yard penalty there.
After the penalty, the ball will be spotted at the 35-yard line. 2nd and 8 for Reed Spring.
Although it's still 2nd down, going to see what Blake can do here. He's going to fake the handoff, hand it off to Corey Robinette, who's going to gain a few yards. Looks like going to be first hit by number 57, Shane Lester. Going to have 3rd and medium. It's a gain of 5 yards, so 3rd and 3, excuse me, more like 3rd and short. Going to be a keeper. Blake's going to try to cut upfield, but only gain maybe a yard. He was almost tackled for quite a loss. Wasn't able to pitch it and had to cut back up. It looks like we got 4th and 2, 4th and 1. And the Wolves are looking to punt it, it looks like. Excuse me, going for it. Joel Gertzen just came out. Are you expecting the pass or run here on 4th and short? 4th and 1 is what the scoreboard shows.
Run.
Gonna try to get him to go off sides, see if the Wolves can get that free first down. Blake's gonna keep it, and he's gonna get it. He's gonna be hit pretty hard though as he's running up. Looks like he's hit by number 21, Andrew Montemayor, but that is gonna be good enough for the Wolves first down. Good play by the Wolves. They really need a score here. The Wolves do get the ball back at halftime. We have 10 minutes left in the first half of round 2 of districts. Blake's going to keep it. Not going to be able to pitch it. Probably should have pitched it. I think he was just worried about fumbling. He was tackled by number 79, Caden Heisner, for a loss of about 3 yards. 2nd and 12.
Blake looking to pick up a couple yards right here for the offense as he'll pitch it to number 6, Corey Robnett. Corey Robnett will take it to the outside. He'll shrug off a couple of tackles, and he'll pick up a nice, solid 7-yard gain right there.
That got the Wolves back from that 2nd and long to about a medium 3rd down, which is good. You know, the Wolves are going to have to convert here.
Number 6, Corey Robinette.
Maybe it's just because I'm at this end of the field, but I almost hear Mount Vernon's fans more than Reed Spring.
3rd down.
But we're going to see what the Wolves do here. Might be a timeout here.
Officials timeout on the field.
Number 22, Will Boswell, looks like he just fell down. And so it's going to be an injury timeout there. Keenan Haynes doing a good job on defense. You know, he's just asked by the coach if he's good. He is. You know, he's been looking for this opportunity forever. I haven't really seen anything bad about him this game. He's been doing pretty good. Wolves are definitely, I mean, although, you know, they're trying to think about what to do. Number 22, Will, is up standing now, talking to the coaches. Colin just mentioned he might have a concussion because I didn't see it. Colin said, what, I mean, he just like wobbled and fell.
Basically, he kind of like, he was about to fall and then he caught himself and then he fell.
Yeah. Concussions are scary stuff, you know. We've had a few players that have got them, and not exactly the best stories after you get them and what you do. So, going to be 3rd and medium. Wolves going to hand it up to Coulter, who's going to gain about 2 yards. Although this does put the Wolves in a decent field goal range. Joel coming out to the sideline, talk to the coach. Looks like we're going to go for it. Number 9, Ransom Alphin's going to go out there. Could definitely be seeing a pass here. You're thinking no. But I know a lot of passes go to Ransom. I was just wondering why you thought they switched Joel and Ransom.
Wow, Ransom's pretty good wide receiver, but I'm not really. It's going to be a handoff to Corey Robnett. He'll work his way up, and I'm saying 1st down right there. It looks like he got past the chain, but, I mean, that's kind of a controversial call right there. If you go for it, it's 3-6, and all you need is a field goal to tie it up, or you get the touchdown and you take the lead. But if you fail to convert, well, now you're still down 6-0, and they have the ball. To me, it looks like the football will be across, and so it will be a 1st down. Nope. Are you kidding me?
It looked like it was about an inch off. I mean, that's honestly one of the smallest gains, or like smallest losses I've ever seen. Definitely the smallest I've ever seen in person.
The thing about that, though, is that Corey pushed forward. In what I saw, he passed it, and then he was pushed back. And the officials, they don't really know exactly how far he got. So they can't really mark down the exact placement of the ball. So that could have been a 1st down. It also could have not been. So you'll never know. But it seems like number 4 have problems with the snap right there. A bad snap, and the Wolves will be all over him.
No, I completely agree with you on the going past the 1st yard line. It looked like he was able to get his body across, and at one point in time, the ball was across it, but then as it brought down, he might have fell down sideways, you know, and the ball ends up a little, you know, back. But I do think he was past it. The quarterback, Garrett Haddock, is going to be tackled for a loss. He's going to roll out to the right beat pass. Number 62, Colin Cross, going to lay the big hit down on him. And number 6, Corey Robinette, cannot play the pass coverage needed to stop the pass. Colin Cross just put amazing pressure on the quarterback, forced him to toss it up, put the big hit on him right there. And now he's, you know, not really, that was almost a one-on-one, maybe even one-on-two situation. And you can see Corey just kind of jumped up, tried to get a hand up, but it didn't work. So definitely need to work on that.
Corey right there kind of didn't really play the ball how he should have. He should have jumped up and just swatted it down. Great job by Logan Plum putting his hand on the ball right there, deflecting it.
Number 4, Garrett Hancock's pass.
You know, you saw that ball tipped. Seth didn't exactly have a chance at it, but, you know, in a different situation he might. So it's always good to get those situations going. 7 minutes on the clock. Mountaineers 6. Reed Spring 0. 2nd and 10 after number 24. Justin Macy just caught a great catch. Gonna be, you could see Logan Plum get some pretty good pressure on Garrett Haddock. Jump up, try to block it. Good pass coverage by number 8, Seth Stamps, and that pass was intended for I think number 15, Chance Fenton.
3rd and 10 for the Mountaineers.
Third and 10. The Mountaineers are out of field goal range, even if they gain 9 yards here. So the Wolves really need to stop him here and get the ball back. He's going to draw back for a pass. He's going to be sacked for a loss by number 79, Austin Bradfield. Number 50, Cole Crutcher, is putting some good pressure on the QB. Number 4, Garrett Hadlock.
79, Austin Bradfield.
And number 79, Austin Bradfield, made the sack. That was a great play by the D-line. I really do think our defense saves our offense sometimes because the offense isn't able to get down the field, but the defense stops them, gives the offense so many chances. Probably, it looks like he's going to drop back a little farther. He's going to punt the ball here. Wolves are going to, it's going to go to the end zone. Mountaineers obviously not wanting it to go all the way to the end zone. Why they're telling their players to run down and catch it. And if you do point that ball at an angle, you can get it to roll out of bounds, and that would get you, that's what I feel like they should have tried to do there. But that's going to put the Wolves on the 20-yard line. Wolves are going to have to string some stuff together, get some stuff going here. 6 minutes left in the first half. Number 26, Coulter Witten is going to get the ball there for a good gain, decent gain right there. One thing Colin just pointed out is if we kick the field goal and we make it, it's 3-6. Then, if we get in field goal range here, we could tie it up 6-6 by the end of the half and then get the ball back at half. And I really do think that would be something, but it can go either way. Looks like Blake Gronvald's going to keep it and gain a few yards. He's going to gain about 3 yards. Colin just said, obviously you couldn't hear him, but he said this game is too big to be going for it. He says 4th and 1, like that's what he's getting at. It's 4th and 1 maybe, but when you have 4th and long or 4th and medium, it's just kind of iffy. 3rd and 2 here. Wolves probably going to go for the run, try to push it up the middle. Number 26, Coulter Witten, looks like he's not going to get the first down. So we're going to have about 4th and 1, and looks like the special teams comes on to punt it.
Number 26, Coulter Witten on the carry.
And like you said, Colin, if we would have kicked the field goal, it'd be 3-6. And then although we didn't get in field goal range there, it would help us. The Wolves aren't going to be able to let a big pass happen because the Mountaineers are going to be about, on the 50-ish yard line. It looks like Joel Gertson is going to run the fake punt and not make it all the way. Which I don't agree with that at all. We're losing, and we're going to go for it on 4th and 1, and they have great field possession. The defense is really going to have to come in clutch here and not let them score.
If we were to score a field goal, then it would be 3-6. And let's say Mount Vernon scores a field goal right here, it'd be 9-6, so we'd still be able to take the lead by a touchdown. A bad snap right there, and it'll be a handoff up the middle. Not a big gain right there for Mount Vernon, but as I was saying, the field goal would just be nice in this situation we're at, because if they kick a field goal right here, then it evens things up and it makes things not as bad. But now if they kick a field goal right here, and since we didn't get the field goal, it would be 9-0. So that means we would be 2 scores down, which is something that you don't want. And it's going to be a pass right there. And like I said, the pass coverage isn't the best this game. The Wolves need to be pressed up on the wide receivers more, and they can't allow the wide receivers to be in front of them. They have to get in front of the wide receivers so they can't have these slant routes be so effective.
Yeah, you know, both those plays going for it on 4th down, controversial, but we believe in the coaches and what they can do. Number 6, Corey Robinette, is going to be on the pass coverage, pass intended for number 21, Andrew Montemayor. But again, we believe in the coaches, and, you know, that's their call. We're obviously not coaching. And so that's what happens. Baseball, you know, or football, excuse me, any sport actually can go either way by little calls like that. You know, whether you intentionally foul someone in basketball or whether you do this or that, or, you know, in football, whether you go for it, baseball, whether you send them. It's in every sport, it's like that. It's going to be a pass for number 19, Jaden Buttram, which I think we've only seen another pass or him have the ball one other time. It's going to put him 3rd and short. 3 minutes and 40 seconds left, and that will put the Mountaineers scoring here will put them up 12-0. The ideal thing for the Wolves, situation for the Wolves, would be force them to a field goal, score, then get the ball back at half. Will that happen? I don't know. It's going to be a handoff to number 6, Sammy Robinson, who I'm not exactly sure if he's going to get the first down. He will get the first down, so now we have 1st and goal. Looks like the ball is going to be on what looks like about the 5-ish, 4-ish, 3rd-ish yard line.
Number 6, Sammy Robinson on the carry. He stopped by number 20, Kelly Luke. 1st and goal for Mount Vernon.
And that's going to be good enough for a Mountaineers touchdown. Puts the Mountaineers up 12-0. If they go for it, 14, and they convert 14-0. The other case would be point after attempt or them not getting the conversion here. It looks like the Mountaineers were going to go for it.
Timeout on the field taken by the Mountaineers.
And that's going to be a timeout taken by the Mount Vernon Mountaineers. 3 minutes and 14 seconds are left in the first half.
This game is starting to look a lot like the Mount Vernon game. The Wolves not really coming out and scoring, not having a strong offense, and giving up too many big plays on defense. This is something that the Wolves can't allow to happen in the second half. They need to get on the board right here in the first half. If it's by a field goal or if it's by anything, just get a little bit momentum as they come out for the second half, get the ball, and then they need to score again so they can make this game get a little bit close. But the Wolves, what they need to do is they need to just stop Mount Vernon's offense, and they also need to get something going on offense.
They're going to throw it off to number 15, Chance Fenton, who's going to throw the deep pass, and then that's going to be picked off by
Number 15, Chance Fenton's pass intended for number 19.
number
Jaden
4.
Buckman is intercepted by number
It was
4.
intended for number 19, Jason Butzman.
If you intercept it or they fumble it, you're not allowed to pick it up and go get the 2-point conversion for the other game, like the NFL runs So if you intercept
Wolves offense, I would say, I mean, the Wolves defense, the pass coverage, they've made a few small mistakes that have turned into big deals, but I do think that the Wolves defense, for the most part, has been doing good. Offense just simply needs to string stuff together. Number 8, Seth Stamps will be returning the kick here. Again, 3 minutes, 14 seconds left in the half. The Wolves are really looking to score here and then get the ball back again. And as long as Reed Spring can get the point after and score twice, and without letting the Mountaineers score, it'll be 14-12 because the Mountaineers have tried to go for it twice. This is a lot like the Springfield Catholic game where it took forever for the Wolves to score. They didn't score until about 5 minutes left in the first half. Colin corrects me, says 3. Looks like you're going to have number 20, Kelly Newton, return this here, who's going to be hit, but he's going to stay up. And he's going to gain some yards after the hit. You see the Mountaineer fans cheering twice as much as Wolf fans. Wolf fans just look dead. Even the student section, no one looks like they're cheering. No one looks like they're having fun. Ball is going to be on the 21-yard line, 1st and 10. 3 minutes left in the first half of round 2 of districts. He's going to pitch it to number 8, Seth Stamps. Number 1, Joel Gertzen, is going to try to make the block there, but not really be able to hold it long enough. Seth's head was just like pinned up in between 2 people. His neck was like bent backwards. He was tackled by number 24, Jared Hassey. And that's going to give us the Wolves 2nd and 8, a gain of about 2 yards on the pitch by Blake Gronvold. It's going to be a pass play, a dart pass to J.P. Gardner. That was a good catch by J.P. Gardner because as soon as he caught that, number 21, Andrew Montemeyer, as well as number 22, Will Boswell, were there to hit him. They hit him right in the knees. He was able to wrap it up. I got to give props to J.P. I think that was a good catch. I don't think a lot of our receivers would have caught that, to be honest. I mean, that's a play, and that's a scary one. When you're running that route, you're ready for that. He caught it. He did good. Good enough for the first down there. And you're going to have number 6, Corey, who's going to kind of break some tackles and really kind of move around, but I don't know if he's going to gain any yards there.
Number 6, Corey Robinette on the run, no gain.
Looks like no gain. 1st and 10, ball on the 40-yard line. Wolves got to string some stuff together here.
2nd and 10.
He's going to pitch it to number 8, Seth Stamps, who's going to juke him out. Go! He's going to go! He's going to go! He's going to cut upfield! Number 24, Jared Hassey. Number 8, Seth Stamps scores right there. A great play by him. Some key blocks were in on that play. First score for the Wolves. Number 9, Ransom Alphin, made a great block to allow Seth to score. Seth was able to run on the sideline. Number 24, Jared Hassey, was right behind him. Ransom made some key blocks. Seth cut up the middle. Great play. That puts the Wolves 6-12. Gonna go for the point after here. With 1 minute and 20 seconds left in the first half. That was definitely the ideal situation. It's gonna be blocked. Again, that's exactly what I said about the special teams. they don't exactly lock it in sometimes. I mean, maybe they do. That was a good play by the Mountaineers to be able to do that.
No good. Our score late in the second quarter, 3-26. Mount Vernon 12.
It was a good job by the Wolves to score. Seth Stamps making an amazing play. Looked like Joel's kick might have just been too much of like a bullet there. It was a pretty hard kick and it was able to be blocked. Great blocks by the Wolves to allow Seth to score there. Seth showed his athleticism there by cutting in and out. Good plays by the Wolves.
Back to receive the kick for the Mountaineers, number 21, Andrew Montemeyer. Kicking off for Reed Spring, number 1, Joel Bertrand.
Andrew Montemeyer, number 21, is set to return. With 1 minute and 20 seconds left, the Wolves just have to keep the Mountaineers from scoring, and they will get the ball back at half, and they'll be in this game. Gonna be a squib kick. It's gonna be caught by number 15, Chance Fenton, who's gonna get a pretty good gain there. He's gonna get to about the 36, 37 yard line. Do you think a normal kick would have been better there, or the squib? Was the squib just used to not let them return it?
Yeah, basically the Wolves didn't really want Mount Vernon to return it big and get a last-second touchdown.
Number 15, Chance Fenton on the return. He's tackled by number 56, Connor Weiss. First and 10 for the Mountaineers from their own 36-yard line.
First and 10 for the Mountaineers on their own 36. See, number 6, Sammy Robinson, brought down by a few Wolves for second and medium. You also see that Keenan Haynes isn't out there. Number 8, Seth Stamps, is back there at safety with number 20, Kelly Newton.
He's tackled by number 3, J.T. Garner, and number 52, Ben Moeller.
That was number 33. First time we've seen him get the ball. That was Dustin Hearn, who is gonna get the first down. There's 31.9 seconds left. And the clock is now ticking. The Mountaineers are really gonna have to string something together to score this quick. See the play action. The pass, he's going to 79. Austin Bradfield's going to put some pressure, almost sack him, and then he's going to throw it away. But that was great pressure by the D-line, forced him to throw it away. It's going to put the clock at 13.6 seconds. Probably going to get one more play off here, maybe 2.
Number 4, Garrett Hadlock's pass is incomplete. Second and 10 for the Mountaineers.
Score 12-6. Mountaineers leading. 13 seconds left. Handoff to number 33, Dustin Hearn again, who's going to be brought down for a loss, if not no gain. Looks like he's going to be brought down by number 79 and Austin Bradfield, number 4. And that's going to be the last play of the half. So that ends the first half of round 2 of districts with Reed Spring Wolves versus the Mountaineers. Score: Mount Vernon Mountaineers 12, Reed Spring Wolves 6.
The Wolves offense started to get it going with a huge run by Seth Stamps towards the very end of the first half. But we saw Mount Vernon, their offense has been working, I mean, for the whole entire first half. They've gotten the deep pass. They've gotten several deep runs. And so everything's working for Mount Vernon. Just all the Wolves need to do is they need to stop the deep passes. They need to stop the short passes, and they need to stop the runs. They're not really stopping anything because whenever they stop something, they stop the short passes. Then they go to the deep pass. After that, the Wolves are losing 6-12 going into the second half.
And, as you can see, it took a while for the Wolves to score, although it was a pretty good game. And it's going to be just like that in the second half. Both teams are going to have to come out. The pass coverage is going to have to improve by the Wolves. They're going to have to string some stuff together on the offense to be able to figure this out. 10 seconds, count me down. We're about to be going to commercial here. Stay tuned, and we're going to give a full halftime recap at the end. You're going to see a commercial and the halftime presentation by the Reaching Wolves Wolf Pride Band. So stay tuned for some more Wolves football.
Pop's Dairy Dell has been family owned and operated since 1958 in downtown Reed Spring. For over 50 years, Pop's has been serving locals and visitors classic diner food. Burgers, fries, and onion rings are all made fresh to order. Soft serve ice cream is on hand for your favorite sundae, or try a flavor burst cone with any combination of our 8 great flavors. If you like quality food made fresh to order, Pop's Dairy Dell is the perfect choice.
Please welcome the Wolf Pride Band as they enter the field. As the band sets up, please help us recognize the band class of 2017. In the trumpet section are Sarah Moody and Bobby Hunt. On trombone is J.D. Gill, and on baritone is A.J. Proxfeld. Mickey Curtis is our senior clarinetist. Rachel Gunther, Sama Sanchez, and Bowen Gady are the seniors in the saxophone section. Senior percussionists are Tim Martin, Ramsey Spool, and Louis Renniger. Abby Garrett is the senior horn player. Ben Rentz is the senior sousaphonist. Seniors in the guard are Katie Allison, Andy Campbell, and Liz Jones. Senior drum major is Alicia Maldonado. Tonight, the band will again present its competition show from this season, Emotion, based loosely on the storyline and concept of the Pixar film Inside Out. Soloists are Abby Garrett on horn and Bobby Hunt and Sarah Moody on trumpet. Featured dancer is Katie Allison, and the voice of the little girl is Hannah Perez. The music was composed by our percussion instructor, Harry Ward, and the color guard was choreographed by Missouri State University guard instructor, John Sullivan. Crystal Hunt is the guard director. The band is directed by Marissa Kaiser, Heather Plybon, and John DeVos. Drum majors, Alicia Maldonado, Alexis Brock, and Kate O'Connor. Is the Wolf Pride Band ready? And now, ladies and gentlemen, please listen closely while Katie awakens each of the 5 emotions as the Wolf Pride Band presents Emotion.
Each person has a distinct personality, and each of our personalities are made up of a particular blend of There's 5 basic emotions. Disgust.
Your eyes on her.
Joy. Anger. And sadness. Together, these emotions combine to shape each of us into who we uniquely are. While joy is the constant desire we all have, the other emotions are important to keep things in perspective. For example, sometimes a serious loss causes sadness. Whether it is caused by a misunderstanding, a move, or even death, being distant from a loved one always creates sorrow. But sadness eventually brings us closer to other loved ones in our lives. So do anger, disgust, and fear in their own ways. In that closeness, those new connections create joy.
again, folks, the Reed Spring High School Wolf Pride Band.
City and Reed Spring Christmas Parades on December 3rd. Finally, at the Branson Christmas Parade on December 4th. In addition to, be sure to join us on the evening of Monday, December 19th at 7 p.m. for the Reed Spring Band Christmas Concert. And how about another hand for the Wolf Pride Band?
One bite, one wow at a time. For more than 10 years, the family at Tequila's Mexican Restaurant has been feeding the wolves. Delicious fajitas, the special de la casa, fresh guacamole, or the one-of-a-kind cheese dip. With a name like Tequila's Mexican Restaurant, it has to be good.
Hello, Wolf fans, and we're back. About to start the second half. The score, 12 Mount Vernon Mountaineers and 6 Reed Spring Wolves. The Wolves did not score until about 2.5 minutes left. 1.5 minutes left in the first. Excuse me, in the first half. They did not get a start. We had a pickoff, and we did force some, fourth down turnovers across in the punt, but we were able to do a decent job on defense as our offense could not string anything at all together. What do you have to say about the half in general?
I mean, I think the Wolves weren't really on their A game. I think the Wolves definitely could have done better. It seems that Mount Vernon was on their A game though, doing extremely well in the pass and in the run. Their defense was pretty good. The Wolves just need to pick up their game and figure out how to stop Mount Vernon on offense, and then the Wolves also need to figure out how to trick this defense and how to get a couple big plays to happen so they can pick up some momentum. I mean, the run by Seth Stamps was definitely a momentum shifter right there, but I mean, the Wolves are going to need a little bit more.
No, I mean, I completely agree because you can see that that the Wolves weren't able to mix it up as much as they wanted to. They did get some plays here and there, and you saw that run by Seth. He ran down the sideline here. He was being chased by 24, Jared Casey, I believe. And he's chasing him, and Branson off the number 9 made a great block. They would cut back, scoring, and it was a good play. But there wasn't exactly another play that didn't have the potential to be that play. We didn't really get much. We did see some issues with our pass coverage. There were a few times where they got wide open, and number 4, I believe his name is Garrett Hadlock, is able to make some great plays. He's a 4-year starter and he has a cannon and he shows it off. He chucks the ball down the field. It's something that Reed Spring doesn't exactly do much or able to do, but our O-line needs to be able to block for passing and we need to be able to get the play action so we can throw. You talked about that at the beginning of the game. What are some more things, if you could say a few things that the Wolves need to do better, offense or defense, what would you say?
They need confidence. I mean, it kind of seems like they're a little down right now because they're losing. And so I feel that the Wolves don't have 100% confidence right now. And I feel like they could use a little bit more confidence in the second half. They need that confidence and they need to go out there with a little bit more drive and a little bit more effort, you could say, in the second half so they can pick up the lead and get the ball rolling.
No, I mean, I completely agree. As you can see here, we got 1 minute left for the Wolves to return the kick. They do get the ball at halftime, which is good for the Wolves. As Carl was talking about confidence, the defense, I think, has a lot of confidence and they're able to stick with it, but the offense is not. The defense will get the ball. We had a pick by Seth Stamps in the end zone, and then he ran out, got to like the 15-yard line. But the offense, they got down the field, but they didn't convert it all. Now have about 30 seconds left. A minute left. And, I do think the Wolves are doing good. Our D-line, I think, is doing great. What do you have to say about our D-line and how they're doing?
It's done really good this game. But we're going to get back to you later, Wolves fans.
We're going to commercial here. I like to put it in the back. It's more comfortable in the back. And here we go, Wolf fans. Reed Spring is set to return. You have number 20, Kelly Newton, number 23, Ben Helms, and number 8, as well as number 6, Corey Robinette. Obviously, Seth, Corey, and Kelly are the deepest.
Kicking off for the Mountaineers, number 19, Jaden Becker.
So number 19, Jaden Buttram, is set to kick the ball off here. And he's going to go for kind of the squib kick. It looks like number 20, Kelly Newton, is going to return it here. And he's going to break up field pretty well. That's a good play. And it looked like he was actually tackled by the kicker there. No, excuse me, that was number 18 on the tackle. Or number 12, Ethan Johnston. That was a good run by Kelly Newton. He got it all the way up to the 46-yard line, and if he would have got past that little hole right there, I think he would have broke open into the, and possibly scored. Blake Gromwell can command the offense here. He's going to hand it off to number 26, Coulter Whitney. He's going to gain about maybe a few yards there. Either way, pretty good.
Number 26, Coulter Whitten on the carry. Gain of 5 yards.
Pretty good run, 5 yards there. We have 2nd and 5. Gonna see Blake hand it up off the middle. Gonna be tackled for about a 1-yard gain there, 2-yard gain. 3rd and short. That was a handoff to Coulter Whitten, who is also, at the end of the game, about 150-ish yards away from breaking 1,000. I won't be surprised if Corey breaks 1,000 this game, but I mean, that's really not the big deal here. The big deal is that the Wolves are down 6-12 in the second round in districts. Going to hand it off to number 26, Coulter Witten, who's going to be just slung around by number 22, Will Boswell, who's doing a pretty good job at the linebacker spot. Wolves aren't going to be able to get the 4th down, and that was a solid 3 and out by the Wolves. Just something you got to kind of stay away from. And Joel Gertzen will be kicking or punting the ball to number 21, Andrew Montemare. Honestly, a pretty good punt. It's going to get all the way to the 11-yard line. Almost hit Kelly Newton too, but that was a good punt. Would you agree?
I would. I really like that punt. I was kind of surprised that the punt returner didn't pick that one up and try to get a couple extra yards, because now they're in a terrible fielding position. And, I mean, the Wolves, they got momentum right here because, I mean, you're kind of nervous being this close to your own end zone. You don't want to make a mistake because bad snap and defense recovers touchdown. So the offense might be a little shaky, a little nervous, but I'm thinking pass right here, a little short pass from Mount Vernon. What are you thinking?
No, I agree. Maybe a dump pass where they roll out and just kind of throw it to Andrew, but they're going to hand it off to number 6, Sammy Robinson, who's going to gain maybe a yard, and he's not going to get brought down very easily. It looks like they're going to have 2nd and 9, but I think they're probably running it like that to try to stay away from the pass because our D-line has put some great pressure. Austin Bradfield and Cole Crutcher have both done great jobs at putting pressure. And I think, the D-line is doing a good job at putting pressure on number 4, a great quarterback.
Also an interception. If they throw an interception, the Wolves are going to have great position, but it's going to be a run up the middle again. But as I was saying, it gives the defense a better chance of getting a pick 6 if they throw an interception because they're only about 20 yards away from the end zone. But a run is probably the smartest thing for Mount Vernon to do right here.
Especially when they've been passing the whole game. Kind of keeps the Wolves on their feet. Are you expecting a pass here, though, on 3rd and medium? I know I am.
I am as well.
He's going to roll out to his right and take a little dump pass. Number 21, Andrew Montemire, was wide open. That would have been a guaranteed touchdown. He did have to throw it on the run, but in that case, it wasn't like he was only open for a little bit. I mean, he was wide open. And in that case, number 4, Garrett Hadlock, kind of has to make sure that pass is, an easy pass. Because even if it's not caught or not a touchdown, they're going to get an amazing gain. The Wolves very lucky there. They're going to watch the fake here, although he is going to punt it to number 20, Kelly Newton, who's not going to be able to return it here. He's going to get it off the run, and he's going to break out into the open. Let's go, Kelly. Kelly Newton is going to score the punt return. That was an amazing play by number 20, Kelly Newton. He was able to do it. That was a great play. You can't stress it enough, key blocks. There are so many defenders that are trying to make stuff happen, and the Wolves were able to block them. That's going to tie the game 12-12 as long as Joel Gertzen can make the field or the point after attempt. Puts the Wolves up 13-12. The ball bounced right into Kelly's hands. I don't think the defense or the punting team expected him to catch it, let alone return it. And he just turned on the jets and ran down the field. He's an athletic, strong kid. He did exactly what he's been doing all year. When he gets the ball, he does well. Joel Gertzen set to kick the point after. See the Mount Vernon fans yelling, block it. I think definitely good. That gives the Wolves the lead 13-12. Kelly Newton, that's a playmaker play, but the blocks on that play were amazing. They blocked all the people they needed to give Kelly the hole. You saw number 4, Garrett Hadlock, had a chance. So did number 6. Well, number 6, Sammy Robinson, didn't exactly have the best chance, but Garrett Hadlock did. Kelly was able to burn him. Great blocks. Can't stress it enough. Great play by the Wolves, gives everyone momentum. You are finally seeing fans for the Wolves stand up and cheer. They have not been cheering go defense at all this whole game. It's kind of sad that it takes that to make him get hyped. You should be hyped. It's the second round in districts. You know, the senior players, it's their last year. Everyone should be playing with heart, as hard as they can. That was a great play by Kelly Newton, and it was at the start of the half. 8 minutes, 17 seconds left in the third quarter. It gave everyone on the team a sense of urgency, a sense of we got it. We're back in the game. There's nothing to whine about, you know. We're ready to go. You have number 15, Chance Fenton, who's set to return it because every time they squib kick it to Chance Fenton, which is where number 21, Andrew Mountaineers. So essentially they switched it. Do you think they're going to try to kick it to Chance deep again, or are they going to kick it to where they usually do? It looks like the Wolves might even have a chance to return it. It hit a kid right in the chest for the Mountaineers. I mean, it smoked him. But what do you think about was that whistle called too early? Because it seemed like as soon as everyone got on the ground, the whistle was called. You don't even know if anyone has the ball. I mean, am I missing something? Am I wrong? You're saying he jumped on it? Okay. So Mountain Vernon is going to take over 1st and 10 on their own 44-yard line. But the Wolves Wolves showed that their defense was ready to go. You know, the Wolves ready to go here. Bad snap. Sammy Robinson's going to get it. Going to be tackled by first hands out of number 52, Ben Moeller, and then brought down by number 24, Dakota Romesburg after that.
Number 6, Robinson on the carry.
Sammy Robinson for a gain of about 4 yards.
Ben Moeller and number 24, Dakota Romesburg. 2nd and 6 for Mountaineers.
Garrett Hadlock set in shotgun, no halfback. He's going to look for the pass here. There's going to be some pressure. It's going to be a deep pass. He's wide open. Number 24 is going to score. There are 2 guys on him there. That was number 8, Seth Stamps, and number 2, Blake Gromvold. Neither of them had great pass coverage on him. He burnt them, and it was just a simple pass. Number 4, Garrett Hadlock, has the arm to throw it. The Mountaineers are showing they're going to score just as quick. You know, we got the confidence. It can't go away. You got to step. What do you got to say about the pass coverage there?
I mean, that's something that the Wolves definitely don't want to happen to them. You can't allow a wide receiver to burn you, especially as the safety. I mean, that's the last thing you can have is have someone burn you, and especially how there's 2 people on the wide receiver right there. The 2-point conversion will be no good right here. The score will be 18-13. The Mountaineers are only up by 5.
Yeah, you know, I agree with you. That's more, I would say that, I mean, it's both people covering the receiver, but the safety's job is to not let anyone get past him, and that's what he did. You know, he may have burnt the cornerback. He may have burnt the cornerback of Blake, and, you know, and Blake got maybe burnt, but then Seth let him burn him too, you know? And I think Garrett's arm, number 4, the quarterback for the Mountaineers, is one of the strongest arms Wolves have seen. I mean, he's really chucking it down the field. He's able to make those deep passes. So maybe Seth came up a little early to expect the pass earlier, but he was able to keep running. And that was, again, Jarrett Macy, who's the guy that they go for on those big plays. He's been a good receiver for the Mountaineers all year long. Again, you have number 20 and Kelly Newton and number 6, Corey Robinette at the first line of, you know, returning it. Then you got number 8, Seth Stamps behind him. And number 19, Jaden Buttram. Looks like he's going to kick it to number 20, Kelly Newton, who's definitely got some confidence running here. He was able to almost run for a touchdown last time, and he weaves in and out on that play. You know, last time he returned the kick, he was able to get some good yardage out of it. He did right there. Although the last time the Wolves were driving down the field, they went 3 and out. Hopefully it doesn't happen this time. He was tackled by number 85, or number Yes, excuse me, number 85, Kate Sexton. Ball is on the Wolves 33, 1st and 10 here. Looks like Blake's gonna keep it. He's gonna, possible pitch there, but he's not gonna end up going for it. And he's gonna gain about 2 yards there. You can see one of the defensive players kind of went to try to block the fake or the pitch, and that got him a few extra yards. He was tackled by number 22, Will Boswell. 7 minutes left in the 3rd quarter, 2nd and 7. And Seth Stamps is going to get a good break. Corey, you could hear Corey from where I'm at, who kind of went out behind to the other side of the field going ball, 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 ball. You know, was able to try to get some defenders. And you're going to have about 3rd and 3. Probably looking at the option here again. Or you think we're going to maybe go for a pass? What are you thinking?
Thinking the run, if it's working, don't change it, if you know what I mean.
It's going to be pitch number 6, Corey Robinette, who's going to break up field. He's going to be hit by number 21, Andrew Montaineers, and then he's not going to go down. He's just going to kind of stumble and not be able to regain his step until he goes out of bounds. You know, he went out, and then he went out far enough to where he saw a hole cut up. You saw the block by number 9, Ransom Alford, which is what our receivers do a lot, and they do a good job of it, and they'll let those plays happen. So that is 1st and 10 on the Wolves' 49-yard line. You definitely hear an improvement from the Wolves fans. Blake's going to be brought down behind line of scrimmage by number 79, Caden Heisner, the defensive line. He didn't even have time to pitch the ball there. That puts you 2nd and 15. We need a good play here to make it at least like around 3rd and 6, 3rd and 5. You know, being 3rd and 10, that's not what you want. And any farther than that, it's not what you want. Probably going to go with the handoff here. Blake's going to go for the keeper. He's going to fumble the ball. And it looks like the Mountaineers are going to return it. The Mountaineers recover the fumble. And I really do think the O-line isn't doing... I really don't think that the O-line is doing a good enough job necessarily at giving Blake any time to run. It's either he hands it off up the middle, they almost stop that. Sometimes he'll get a pitch, but lots of times he's sacked or hit behind the line. Defense is really going to have to come in clutch here. Going to be the short little dump pass to number 6, Sammy Robinson. It's going to be behind the line of scrimmage, and it looks like the Wolves recover it. What? The fans are saying that was a pass. It went in front of the quarterback. It did not look like it at all.
It was a fumble.
Excuse me.
They recovered it.
They're calling it a fumble, saying the Mountaineers recovered it.
Pass. It's fumbled by number 6, Sammy Robinson, who recovers his own fumble. 2nd and 19 for Mountaineers.
So that's going to put it at 2nd and 19. He's going to go dump out to his right. Going to go for the deep pass to number 24. You see them, excuse me, that wasn't number 24. No, excuse me. Yes, number 21, Andrew Montaineers. You hear the Mountaineers fans go, oh, as soon as he went to catch it. But the pass really wasn't in range for him. He had to jump and dive, and it still wasn't even that catchable. So that's going to be 3rd and 19. The receivers do seem maybe a little bit faster than our defensive backs, which means our defensive backs kind of have to play deeper to not let them burn them, which they did get past them there. The safeties are doing pretty good here. The low snap, number 62, Colin Cross is going to get deep, and it looks like J.P. Gardner get a hand, or excuse me, number 4, Logan Plum, did he get a hand on that, or was it just an incomplete pass?
I couldn't tell you.
Although Colin Cross, number 62, put great pressure on him, the Wolves defense is just doing good here. Like you said, if our defensive backs stay deep, If our defensive backs stay deep, looks like it's going to be a bad snap. Oh my, did he grab that before the end zone? If he did, it was a great play by the Mountaineers. He did, so the Wolves are going to be deep, poor field position. But what I do have to say is, poor snap, J.P. Gardner almost blocked it, and then on the play previous to that, Colin Cross forced a pass there by putting pressure on him. We've seen it multiple times. He does a good job. The ball's on the 4-yard line, looking to run a lot here. Wolves here, looks like they're going to run up the middle, maybe get a few yards. It's going to be what looks like 2nd and 7. Going to be stopping number 22, Will Boswell. And that is 2nd and 7 on the Reed Spring 7 is what it looks like. Looks like we're going to run it to the outside to Seth Stamps, who's going to get the first down. It looked like a pitch from Blake Gronvold. Good play by both of them. That was to Corey Robinette. I would say both Corey, Coulter, Blake, and Seth are doing a good job running the ball. It just seems like sometimes they don't get the opportunity. You know, we're tackled before we can make anything happen. Although our blocks have, it seems like our blocks have either been not on or they're doing really good and we get a good play. Wolves are going to hand it up the middle to number 26, Coulter Whitney, who's going to gain about 3 again. Looks like we have 2nd and 7 once again.
Number 26, Coulter Whitney on the
Number 9, Ransom Alphin is going to trade onto the field for number 12, Brendan Durham. 2nd and 5 here.
Just let it be silent. Just talk about the ball. Who was that? A run up the middle by Coulter, using some strength right there, fighting for a couple extra yards. It will be 3rd and 2.
Definitely expecting the run up the middle here. Also the pitch though, the run up the middle, I feel like the Wolves, if they get good blocks, can push past. Gonna see what they do here. Gonna hand it off to number 26, Coulter Whitney, who's gonna get the first down and a little bit more. There's a good run by M. Coulter, really fights for some yards. All of our running backs do.
Number 26, Coulter Whitney with a 4-yard run.
That was a 4-yard run by Coulter, and that's going to put 1st and 10, ball on the 27-yard line. What do you have to say? What do you have to say about being so far back on terrible field position for us to get out of that? You know, now we're getting to normal field position.
Blake Gronvold will take it to the outside. He's going, and it's a huge gain for the Wolves. Fantastic job by Blake Gronvold. But as you were saying, great job. Great job by Blake Gronvold. And great job by the Wolves starting out in terrible field position and keeping their cool and taking it all the way deep. Now they're having some decent field position.
No, I mean, I completely agree. He read the hole, was able to broke in, tackled by number 21, Andrew Montemeyer. And he's going to be tackled for the loss there.
Number 2, Blake Gronvold is tackled for a loss by number 79.
We now have 2nd and 13.
2nd and 13 for Reed Spring from the 50-yard line.
The Wolves, they really need to get in at least field goal range right here on this drive. It's going to be a handoff, and the Mountaineers are all over Reed Spring running back, number 6, Corey Robinette. Corey wasn't really able to pick up anything right there.
It's going to gain about 1 yard there.
After minimal gain by number 22.
So at 3rd and long, and like you said, field goal range. Field goal range is pretty much the minimum thing here with 1 minute and 15 seconds left in the third quarter. It's going to be a pass play that's deflected by what looks like number 3, Cameron Hutchinson, and then chance to pick it off, kind of, but not really. And so that's going to cause the Wolves to punt here. 13-18. The minimum we needed was the field goal. Going to see what the defense can string together, and if Joel, converts a good punt here, it's going to put the Wolves in some pretty good field position. It looks like it's going to go out on about the 18, 19-yard line. And the defense is going to have to get the ball back for the Wolves.
All right, sounds good.
And, I do think that the Wolves defense is going to do a good job here. They're going to have to. They're going to have to get the ball back for the offense. A forced turnover like a pick or a fumble would be best because it doesn't allow them to punt the ball. Looks like they're going to hand it off to number 6, Sammy Robinson, who's going to gain about 4 or 5 yards. 55 seconds left in the third quarter. Going to see Ben Helms trade off for number 4, Logan Plum. You got number 20, Kelly Newton, back at safety. Looks like you got number 8, Seth Stamps, back there at safety too. Expecting the pass here. Going to be the fake pass to number 24, Jarrett Hassey, who's going to be first hands on him are going to be by number 4, Logan Plum. He's going to slip through those and be pushed out of bounds by number 6, Corey Robinette. And he's going to be first down. Ball's going to be on the 26-yard line with 27 seconds left in the third quarter. The fake pass almost sacked by J.P. Gardner. Chance Fenton is going to jump up and catch the ball and going to get a good gain there. That was a good pass by number 4, Garrett Hadlock. A very good play. 19 seconds left in the third quarter. J.P. Gardner got through the line, just was a little too late on the sack, but either way, he gave a good hit to the quarterback on his blind side.
Number 4, Garrett Hadlock's pass is complete to number 15, Chance Fenton, for a 27-yard gain. He stopped by number 4, Logan Plum. 1st and 10 for Mountaineers.
The Mountaineers will just walk off the field, ready for the quarter to be over.
At the end of the third quarter,
We're going to go to commercial break. Fans, please stay tuned. And after the commercial break, we are ready.
Hey, great party.
Oh, thanks. Here you go. 1 hamburger, medium well.
This is well done.
No. That's medium well.
What? Are you calling me a liar? This thing is practically burnt.
That's it. You're not gonna come to my house and tell me how to cook a hamburger.
It's like a hockey puck.
You wouldn't do it there.
Gotta be crazy.
So don't do it here. Sportsmanship. It's up to you.
winning ticket number takes on $134. That number is 318.
Welcome back, Wolf fans. I hope you enjoyed the commercials as we are going into the fourth quarter. Mountaineers up by 5. It is 18-13. Mountaineers once again up. It's going to be a run right here, but the Wolves are all over them.
That was a handoff to number 6, Sammy Robinson, who's going to be brought down for essentially no gain.
He stopped after 1 yard gain by number 62, Colin Cross, and number 8.
Brought down by number 62, Colin Cross, number 8, Seth Stamps. You know, the score 18-13, very close game. They're scooting number 8, Seth Stamps back for the pass. Going to be play action. The short pass that's going to go through number 6, Corey Robinette's hands. And number 15, Chance Fenton, is going to complete the pass and then stretch it out for some extra yards.
Hadlock's pass is complete to number 15, Chance Fenton. He's pushed out of bounds by number 4, Logan Plum.
He was pushed out of bounds by number 4, Logan Plum. I have nothing else to say besides the pass coverage isn't, able to stop the pass right now. Another play action. Sammy Robinson's just going to turn around, catch the ball, and he's finally going to be brought down by number 3, J.P. Gardner. Looked like number 8, Seth Stamps, had his hands on him first. But that was a pretty good play-action play, and he was able to.
20-yard gain, he's tackled by number 3, J.P. Gardner. First and goal for the Mountaineers.
He was able to do a pretty good job there, and they're able to get down the field. Now they're definitely in field goal range. It's actually first and goal, ball on the 8-yard line. Wolves really need to force the turnover, maybe a goal line pick again. As long as the D-line can force pressure and make a bad pass happen, that's the goal. They're definitely using their halfback, number 6, Sammy Robinson, way more. It's going to be blocked by number 79, Austin Bradfield, and you see number 24, Dakota Romesburg, get a good dive on it. And another thing is if they do score a field goal, puts them 21-13, 8 points ahead, and if we score a touchdown and a 2-point, that would tie the game.
Second and goal for the Mountaineers.
You see the Mountaineers, again, using Sammy Robinson more. Second and goal, ball in the 8. The pass was incomplete. He's going to roll out, passing him. It's going to be blocked by Dakota Romesburg. Number 24 is going to do a good job there.
Number 4, Garrett Hadlock's pass intended for number 19, Jaden.
It was a good pass coverage, way to intercept that ball. Or not intercept, but intercept the lane and block it by number 24, Dakota Romesburg. Third and goal. And it looks like not exactly what happened there, but I could definitely see a short little dump pass happening here. Third and goal, ball on the 8-yard line. Wolves got to stop it here. He's going to just drop back, throw a bullet into the end zone for number 19, Jaden Buttram, and that is going to allow the Mountaineers to score, which is going to put them up 24-13. Depending on what they do here, the Wolves are going to have to score twice. Agreed. The Wolves are going to have to score twice to win the game.
Most definitely. That just put a ton of pressure onto the Wolves. They're going to go for a 2-point conversion. He'll throw to the right. The 2-point conversion is good for the Mountaineers.
The offense is going to have to come through here. We haven't even scored in a way where we marched down the field and did what they're doing. They're getting down the field and scoring like in the red zone. We just have breakout plays that score. We've got to be able to string stuff together better.
What that does is whenever you take a long time and you slowly move down the field, it slowly breaks down the defense. It makes the defense slowly lose confidence. It makes the defense lose momentum, and it makes things easier on your offense. And it will convert over to the defensive side for your team, and it'll make the opposing team's offense kind of do bad because their defense isn't doing what they want. But the Wolves really need to get some momentum right here as they are down by 13.
Number 8, Seth Stamps, will be receiving the kick here. Number 19 for the Mountaineers, Jaden Buttram, who just caught that touchdown pass, will be kicking the ball off here. Gonna go for the squib kick, which is gonna be returned by number 20, Kelly Newton. He's done a great job at returning. Gonna be hit by number 85, Cade Sexton, and be brought down. Good play by him.
Number 20, Kelly Newton, on the return to Reed Spring. He's tackled at the Reed Spring 31-yard line by number 79, Caden Heisler. First and 10 for the Wolves.
Gonna see how the Wolves get down the field here. Gonna be a handoff to Coulter Witten, who's gonna be getting a few yards here. Tackled by number 19, Jaden Saxton. Jaden Buttram, as well as number 22, Will Boswell.
It looks bad, dude. It looks really bad.
Stopped by number 19, Jaden.
Number 8, Seth Stamps, came off the field, now talking to the trainer. It looked like his arm got smashed or something in a face mask. Gonna be the fake, and then Blake's gonna be brought down. Probably should have handed it off to Coulter. Do you think he should have handed off to Coulter there? It looked like Coulter would have been able to get yards. Just a little bit of a misread there. Was tackled for a loss there. Although there was a flag on the play. The offense is moving backwards though. An illegal shift by the offense. Second time that's happened in this game. I don't even think it's happened in any other game though. Penalties can't happen. That's gonna put the Wolves at about 2nd and 8, or excuse me, 3rd and 8. I wouldn't be surprised with the pass here, but then again, the pick would be very bad.
Yeah, I agree, but you have to get down the field quickly. It's going to dump, pass it off to Kelly, and Kelly is going to get, doesn't really get the pickup that the Wolves are needing right there.
You know, he wasn't exactly open. Obviously, the dump pass worked, but right after that, he was hit. Wasn't able to make anything out of it because of the way the defender was put. 4th and 7 with 9 minutes and 40 seconds. Defense is gonna have to get the ball back. I said number 8, Seth Stamps, came off the field with maybe an arm injury. His arm, I think, just got smashed between a face mask or maybe some shoulder pads, but he seems to be okay. He's going back out there. You could just see it kind of dangling, like it hurt. It was red, you could tell, but he'll be good. Gonna have to play some good pass coverage here. Going to be a run by number 6, Sammy Robinson, who's going to be brought down by number 6, number 26, I believe, Coulter Witten.
Sammy Robinson on the keeper. He stopped after an 8-yard run by number 52, Ben Bowler.
Second and short. Wolves are going to have to figure some stuff out here. Not looking the best. It's going to be a poor snap to number 4, Garrett Hadlock, who's going to keep it, try to get the first down, although I don't know it was good enough. Excuse me, that was number 6, Sammy Robinson, on the carry. Obviously, it might be a little early, but the Mountaineers are really looking to draw the clock down because the Wolves have to score twice. So even drawing the clock down now is effective because Yeah, you know, they've already ran it down a minute since they've had the ball. They're doing a pretty good job of that. You can see blocker number 22, Will Boswell, was really creating a path for number 6, Sammy Robinson. They're running the ball a ton here because it's getting them yards and they're not having the threat of incomplete passes or picked off passes. Essentially just QB runs. You see number 6. Now they're running not out of shotgun either. Number 4 is going to sit right up against the center. Garrett Hadlock going to probably, I could definitely see him handing the ball off. They have no receivers out there. He's going to hand it off to number 6, Sammy Robinson, who's going to get a gain of a few yards. And you can see the quarterback, Garrett Hadlock, roll out for a pass to try to fake some people that way. But it looked like there were no receivers set up.
Number 6, Sammy Robinson with a 3-yard run.
They've been snapping the ball as soon as the clock, you know, the play clock hits 3, and it's running. They've got 2 minutes, another minute since I told you they ran down a minute. So the Wolves are really going to have to stop them here because they're going to have to score twice. The Mountaineers are playing some very good football here, doing a good job. Looks like he's going to be tackled for no gain, maybe a loss. 7 minutes left in this round 2 of districts.
Number 6, Sammy Robinson on the carry. No gain on the play. He stopped by number 52, Benny Mobley.
You can tell that Seth's arm already looks swollen at the elbow. It's not really bending it either. Definitely still hurts. Number 4 goes out for the pass, you know, rolls out, throws a bullet, blocked by number 4. And Garrett Hadlock goes to throw the pass, blocked by number 4, Logan Plum, almost into the hands of JP Gardner, but it was too far out of bounds for him to make a catch. The Wolves are going to have to score quick, stop the Mountaineers, who are going to, again, run the clock down and then score once again. It's a game that the Wolves are going to have to really buckle down and play some ball. Punt's really not going to be returnable, although it's not going to move anywhere. Number 8, Seth Stamps, was on the ground on that play. I really do think that his arm's bothering him. Seth's talking to the coach, making sure he's okay. You know, you can tell the arm's still bothering him. He's just playing through it. I think he'll be okay. Ball's on the 20-yard line. Wolves going to have to score quick. Do you think we're going to see more pass plays here?
I do think that we do, because you can't allow the clock to run down. Blake Grom will go and run it up the middle.
Number 2, Blake Grom.
I mean, a decent pickup right there, but the clock is running down. Only 6 minutes left. I mean, you got to score quick, and then you have to stop them, have a 3-and-out on defense, and then you have to score it quick again.
Gonna be tackled for a loss there. Gonna fake the handoff to Coulter Whitten and be tackled for a loss. See number 75, Garrett Miller, just picked Blake up. I would say one big thing that stands out to me with our offense is Blake has never been tackled behind the line of scrimmage as many times as he has this game.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I mean, it kind of like it's not good for a quarterback. It makes him not really be that comfortable in the pocket. He's going to throw it to Ransom Alphin.
Gonna be too deep. One thing I've seen with our pass plays, it's almost like one receiver's the guy you have to throw it to. We don't really run him many plays. You know, you see the Mountaineers, they run pass plays where he's looking all over the field. Blake's pretty much decision in that is to pass to number 9, Ransom Alphin, run out of the pocket, try to get some yards that way, or throw it away. We have 4th and 8, I believe. We're going to pitch it to number 8. He's going to fake the pass. Seth Stamps is going to be, looks like a little short of the first down. Excuse me, he got the first down. Blake pitched it to number 8, Seth Stamps, who fakes the pass, gets the defenders to go back and runs up the field. Great play by him. 1st and 10. That was a good play call by the Wolves. Blake's going to go on the keeper, kind of going to get caught up on his blocker, and the whistle's going to blow, but number 57 did strip the ball out of his hands. Number 57 did strip the ball there, but it was too late. Blake quit moving. Looks like there's actually a pink soccer ball on the field right now. But it's going to be another pass play, a dart to J.P. Gardner, who's going to get a pretty good gain out of that. He's going to catch it, J.P. Gardner. J.P. Gardner is doing a great job at receiver. He made that play that I talked about earlier that I don't think a lot of people would. He got hit. Blake threw a nice little dart there, dotted him up. J.P. was able to do a pretty good job. Another pass to J.P. Gardner, who's going to sort of break into the open. Going to be tackled by number 22. Tackled by number 22, Will Boswell. Blake Ronville doing a good job dotting up some receivers, making some good pass yards. It's going to be good enough for a Reed Spring first down, and that's 1st and 24. He's going to pass again, but be hit by his blind side. I saw it as soon as it happened. Looked like Cole Crutcher was the man who was supposed to block him. I don't know exactly. He's going to be sacked for a loss of about 7-8 yards. It's going to be 2nd and long. Probably a pass play here, but I got also see a run play. Yep, definitely a pass. A little dish out to number 26, Coulter Witten, who's going to cut, not get too many yards. What I think's funny about that play is when Blake Gronville was hit down here and number 57 stripped the ball, they called the whistle almost immediately, but Coulter Witten was stopped, not making any forward motion, did not blow the whistle.
3rd and 15 for Reed Spring.
So 3rd and 15, probably another pass play here. Blake's going to drop back. He's going to be almost sacked again. And then the pass is going to be complete to number 8, Seth Stamps, who pushed out of bounds. Flag on the play.
Number 2, Blake Gronville.
That was a great play for Blake to get away from him. Very lucky, very fortunate. And then complete the pass to 8, Seth Stamps. Oh, it looks like it would be 4th and short. Personal foul, face mask. And that's going to be an automatic first down. That is getting momentum going. Wolf fans should be cheering.
It's adding yardage even after the play.
Yes, again, it adds yardage after the play. So it's not just the first down, but it adds yards. It looks like the Wolves are on the 5, 10-yard line. Colin says the 8-yard line. 1st and goal. You know, I just talked about Wolves aren't marching on the field to score, but they are now. Although there's 3 minutes and 30 seconds left and they have to score twice. Incomplete pass. But it's gonna, okay, that was a lateral, a pitch to number 6, Corey Robinette, who's gonna be on the ground, not getting up all the way. It was incomplete, it was dropped. J.P. Gardner gets it and goes for the touchdown. J.P. recovered the fumble for the touchdown. You see Keenan running out to get his helmet. He kind of has a limp going on, but he is going out there. J.P. Gardner, a senior, knows that this could be his last game, and he's making everything he can do. He's trying to make the best of it.
The pass was lateral, therefore a fumble. Picked up by the offense, took it in the end zone. Touchdown.
The ruling on the field was a touchdown. It was a lateral, therefore a fumble. Picked up by JP, scored. He turned something bad into something good.
Because if they kick a field goal, we can the Wolves will be going for the point after attempt right here.
My thing is okay, you go for it, right? If you fail, so what? I mean, you can still tie it. I mean, the thing is, if you go for 2 and you go successful, you're going to be at 21 tries. No, it doesn't need to be said. Number 3, J.P. Gardner, being carried off the field. He was hit, I believe, when he went into the end zone, he was hit. Looks like his legs. He's going to talk to the trainer, but I honestly have to say that he's had one heck of a game. He's played really good. He made some key catches there, and he marched down the field. The Wolves are going to have to get the ball back here, and the point after attempt is going to be good, and that's going to put the score at 20-26. Colin's pointing out that if you go for 2, you're going to have to score 21-26, and that way if you score again, you're ahead. Now, if the Wolves score again, they must,
if you go for the extra point, then it's 21-26, and then if they kick a field goal and then you score 8, you tie it. Now, if they score a field goal, it will most likely be game over.
That's a good point, brought to you by Colin. The goal for the Wolves here is to not let them get in field goal range, so that can't happen.
Point makes no difference in the game, except for a definite tie.
There's 3 minutes and 22 seconds left. Like Colin said, the point after attempt we went for makes no difference except for if we score a touchdown, or I guess 2 field goals, but if we score a touchdown, it's a definite tie. But again, like I said, the Wolves' goal here is to not let Joel Gertson's he's gonna have to have a good kick here. Whether that's a squib that we return or an onside kick or a deep kick. And I believe, looks like J.P. Gardner will be running okay. Doesn't seem to be hurt too bad. Just maybe a thing from in the instance. Looks like could be going for the onside kick here.
Come on, Joel.
Joel's really gonna have to try to make this. If the Wolves get it, it'll help a ton. They need the ball back as soon as they can, and they need to stop the Mountaineers from getting it in field goal range. Number 22, Will Boswell is going to recover, although it was pretty close. Right now is key time for the clock started to run down. Technically, the Wolves should have 2 seconds back on the clock. Clock does not run down in that situation.
Number 22, Will
What
recovers the onside kick.
I'm saying here is that the Reed Spring Wolves need to stop the Mountaineers, and the Mountaineers are going to be trying to run down the clock. The clock is asking to be reset to 3 minutes, 21 seconds. It's a big key factor. Every second counts. You see you have number 20, Kelly Newton back, as well as number 3, J.P. Gardner. Not going to play until the game clock is reset. Game clock is still not going to be set right. Going to be set to 3 minutes, 22 seconds. The fans are very mad that the clock is set 1 second. Although the clock was illegally running down. Although I think for the Mountaineers it's going to be okay because the Wolves are going to have to really
Number 6, Sammy Robinson on the carry.
Settle in, but that was number 6, Sammy Robinson on the carry, who gets essentially no gain because Jacob Rance, number 55, and number 62, Colin Cross, get the tackle there. If the Wolves get the ball back and can score, the point after attempt will put them in the lead. And then in the case that they don't make that, it's still a tied game, which would go into overtime, which is why that point after attempt is good because we've already had 1 point after attempt block. So I do see why the coaches went for the point after there because they get the definite tie on the touchdown, and that's what I think matters is we're not banking on the Mountaineers going for a field goal. We shouldn't even let them get that. If they get the ball down there to make the field goal, odds are the clock's kind of ran out by then. So I do understand where the Wolves are coming from. And by the way, that was a timeout taken by the Wolves. Again, your score, 26 Mountaineers to 20 Reed Spring Wolves. And there are 3 minutes and 17 seconds left. Garrett Hadlock is going to drop back, roam out of the pocket. Pass going to be incomplete for number 21. J.P. Gardner made a bad play there. Yep, flags are going to be thrown. Poor play by J.P. Gardner. The pass was incomplete, and then he went and pushed it, hit him. It's going to be unnecessary reference. Flags or unnecessary roughness.
It was actually a sideline warrant on Mount Vernon because the coaches were yelling at the refs right there. So nothing done wrong by JP. It was actually the sideline. It was a sideline warrant that coaches were yelling.
That was a sideline warning because the coaches were yelling, really hurts the Mountaineers. Looks like we're going to have 3rd and 9 here. Incomplete pass.
Notice that this is what the clock will start out at.
This is what the clock was actually at before they told him to reset it. So you can see right there why it makes a huge difference. We'd have 2 minutes and like 40 seconds left if it weren't reset. Both fans, you can see the Mountaineers fans cheering more than the Wolves fans. It's a very intense play right here. He's going to drop back, roll out to his right for the pass. It's going to be caught by number 24, Jarrett Macy. Jarrett Macy is going to catch it. J.P. Gardner, number 3, on the pass coverage. That really couldn't have happened. That needed to be stopped there. So that's going to be first down, ball in the 37. Still not in field goal range, but clock is ticking. 2 minutes, 49 seconds left. They're just going to let it run down, probably run the ball here. Yep, Sammy Robinson's going to run it. He's going to be brought down by number 62, Colin Cross, number 79.
Number 6, Sammy Robinson on the carry. He's tackled for a loss by number 6.
We're expecting the run in that situation. We're stopping it pretty well. Timeout's going to be taken by the Reed Spring Wolves. Like Colin just said, there isn't one in high school, but a 2-minute warning, this is exactly where it helps out. They can't just run the clock down. I don't really know why there isn't a 2-minute warning in high school football. Is there one in college football?
Yes, there is.
So I don't really get exactly why that's a thing, but we do have 2nd and 14 here.
I don't know, maybe.
Not exactly sure on that college football 2-minute warning. Life goes on, though. So 2nd and 14, ball on the Wolves 41-yard line. But like I said, hey, still not in field goal range, even if they got 9 or, even if they got right up. Wolves have 1 timeout left. So they're either going to have to, force it here, or you think the Wolves are going to save that timeout for if they get on offense, or they're going to use it?
I really couldn't tell you.
When you're on offense, you can run out of bounds. When you're on defense, you can't do that. So it's pretty iffy here. Gonna see how it goes. Sammy Robinson's gonna line up as a receiver. So that's gonna put 1 extra receiver. No halfbacks here. Number 21, Andrew Montemeyer. There's gonna be a flag on the play, and he's gonna be brought down around, looks like it's gonna be 3rd and short. There was a flag on the play in the backfield, possibly like an illegal shift or something.
Number 21, Andrew Montemeyer on the carry.
That was number 21, Andrew Montemeyer, was pushed out of bounds by number 4, Logan Plum.
Illegal participation, 12 men on the play.
Illegal participation, 12 men on the play. Probably one of the dumbest things you can do in football. It's pretty easy to count how many players are on the field, and it's something that really shouldn't happen. And so,
How could you make that mistake if it's what happened in class? I've never experienced that. I think we go back in time.
12 men on the play. That was a 15-yard penalty. This is what the Wolves need to do, in my opinion. The one play that's going to hurt us here is the huge pass. That can't happen. We can take a short little dump pass for 10 yards. That's fine, because they're still going to be 18 yards out. 2nd and 28 here. It's something you really can't make that mistake at this point in the game. It hurts them a lot. You know, and it's something that's so easy to prevent. It's just a simple communication thing. I believe they had the 4 receivers and like a tight end expecting the pass here, although it looks like we have 1 safety. We have 1 safety here. Collins thinking the run so they can at least run down the clock. But a timeout was taken by the Mountaineers.
First timeout of the second half.
And that will be the first timeout of the second half. So in the case that they turn over the ball, the Wolves scored, and they were on offense again, they would have time to move the ball and call some timeouts. But like I said earlier, on offense, you can try to run plays to run out of bounds and get down the field. You know, if you're on the sidelines and you're going to be hit, you can go out of bounds. Whereas on defense, you can't do that. You got to stop them when you can. The Mountaineers fans going crazy, really showing a lot of support to the Mountaineers. And I mean, everything's important. 2nd and 28, getting moved back 15 yards because of illegal participation. You know, that could honestly, it could cost them the game because it's going to be very hard to convert this. But the play that we have to prevent here is the big pass. You have J.P. Gardner, number 3, and number 20, Kelly Noon at safeties. You're going to see the pass. That's going to be picked by J.P. Gardner. Yes, he's going to not let them run down the clock. He's going to pick it. Terrible pass by Garrett Hadlock, intended for number 15, Chance Fitton. Wolf fans erupt, and you know what that means? Wolves have 1 timeout. 1 timeout on offense. This is almost like Catholic all over again, a super close game with crazy stuff happening. But this is even crazier second round in districts. J.P. Gardner having a game as Corey Romanette's going to run, and he's going to break it. He's going to get out of bounds to stop the clock. He's going to move up the field like crazy. Wolves are doing great moving up the field. Fantastic job. Hey, that's exactly what Corey has to do. He runs up the field. He can't break in because he knows he'll get the timeout or the going out of bounds. 2 minutes, 11 seconds left. This game is insane. It's a very good one. The fans are erupting. There's going to be a flag on the play as Blake dropped back to pass. One thing I got to say about that is since he dropped back to pass, they see that we are going to run the pass play here. False start on the offense. You can't have that. We just stopped the clock. We just got a good play. Can't happen. Again, number 3, J.P. Gardner is having a game. It could very well be the last game of his high school career, and he's making sure he plays it hard and he plays it well, and he's doing an amazing job. Blake's on a drop back, going to be a pass to number 1, then it's going to be handed off to a little lateral to number 8, who's going to get some yards, and it looks like that's going to put him at 2nd and about 5. That's a play you see every once in a while by the Wolves, a little trick play. They pass it to Joel, flip it over there to Seth, and he does pretty good. So gonna have 2nd and 5 and stop clock. 2 minutes and 3 seconds left. He's gonna drop back again, and he's gonna be sacked. The O-line has got to do better. Timeout is taking 1 minute and 56 seconds left. You know, I really do hate to say it, but the play that I'm thinking is gonna win us here, if we do win, is a breakout play. It's gonna be a pass in the open, or it's gonna be someone like Coulter or Corey breaks out and runs. We're really not expecting the pass, but that puts us 3rd and 20. You know, that's just as bad as what the Mountaineers did there. You're not expecting the pass here?
Well, no, I'm not expecting the pass. I'm not expecting a big pass for a touchdown.
No, I agree with you. I mean, I'm not saying the big pass for the touchdown is going to happen. The position that they're in right now is bad, but let's say they get a 15-yard gain. They're going to have to try to convert on the 5-yard 4th down.
This is where, on defense, where you only rush 3 players and everyone else is on somebody and playing deep back, stopping the pass. But let's see what Mount Vernon's strategy is right here.
Blake's gonna drop back for the pass. JP Gardner's gonna get it. He was gonna go for the lateral to number 26, Coulter Witten, but he was hit. He was hit too early. They're obviously gonna run the hurry up here. I mean, that was a good pass and it would have been great. We have 4th and what looks like 6. Gonna be the play action. The pass to number 8, Seth Stamps. Oh my gosh! He just caught that and flipped over the defender for the first down. That was an amazing play by Seth Stamps. Everyone is erupting. There's a minute and 26 seconds left. They converted. A minute and 20 seconds left. Gonna be another pass. Incomplete, but it's gonna stop the clock. It's okay. A minute and 19 seconds left.
Number 2, Blake Romberg pass intended for number 8,
Well, not me, dude. Okay, yeah.
That was one of the craziest plays I've ever seen in high school football in person. Seth jumped up and caught that, was hit at the knees, front flipped and held it. That kid plays hard. Gonna have a flag on the play.
Dead ball foul. Illegal procedure. On the off.
Illegal procedure. You know, we've ran that play all season and I don't think it's ever been called. The flag was illegal procedure. 2nd and 15, a minute and 18 seconds left. Wolves just need to get a chance to break out. Blake's gonna be on the run, and he's gonna throw it away, but he's gonna throw it into 2 defenders instead of throwing it out of bounds. Do you believe that pass was intended to anybody?
I couldn't tell you.
It was an incomplete pass, 3rd and 15 with a minute and 11 seconds left.
Number 2, Blake Romberg's pass incomplete.
We were just 3rd and 20 and we converted. The playmakers are gonna have to come in and they're gonna have to be playmakers. You know, there's always a chance here. There's always a chance here for a field goal and an onside kick and a play, but we don't want to rely on that. 3rd and 15. Gonna drop back to pass. Gonna be an incomplete pass. That's gonna put you 4th and 15.
Number 2, Blake Romberg's pass intended for number 1, Joel Gerson.
That was intended to number 1, Joel Gertson. Hey, I must say, that pass I don't think it was gonna get the first down.
No, it wasn't, but I mean, being at that position is still better than what they're at now.
No, I completely agree, and I think that's what the play was for. A minute and 8 seconds left, and they have to convert the 3rd down here. He's gonna be almost hit as he catches it. And number 6, Corey Robinette. And that's not gonna be good enough to convert. It's going to put Mount Vernon 1st and 10 on their own 26-yard line. Probably going to see the QB kneel here. And, I mean, that's your game. You had some crazy plays by the Mountaineers. Their quarterback really showed out. He did a great job. Their receivers showed out. I mean, we had some players who showed out too. JP Gardner made some plays that, I mean, I would say this is JP's best game, and it's his senior. I mean, odds are it's going to be his last game. Going to run the QB kneel here. And you know, that'll be that. I mean, no matter what, that play by Seth Stamps was, it was a momentum shifter and it got the Wolves going, but the illegal procedure hurt us. as well as the sack on Blake. Those things both hurt us. You can probably hear the Mountaineers fans cheer, and that will be ball game right there. Your final score for round 2 of districts. The Mount Vernon Mountaineers 26, Reed Spring Wolves 20. Both teams gave it a great shot. It was a ball game, and the team that showed up and converted the best, did the best, they won. They were able to show weaknesses of the show weaknesses to the defense.
If the game were to only be the last 3 quarters,
And Colin just said, if the game would have been the last 3 quarters, we would have won. We didn't strap it down well enough in the first quarter, and we let them score too early and too well.
we're just talking for a little bit. So, Alec, you want us just to talk for a little bit? Do you want us to just talk a little bit? Me and Noah. All right, sounds good. So, a disappointing loss right there for the Wolves as we lose by 6, 26-20. I mean, disappointing for the Wolves, most definitely, as this will be a lot of the Wolves' last game, and it's a disappointing last game, not how you want to go out, and it's sad that these seniors can't go out with a championship under their belt, or it's just sad for the Wolves, and it's sad for the players, sad for the fans, sad for everyone. It's disappointing, and it's unfortunate that the Wolves had to go through this. And the seniors will probably not be in a good mood after this one.
No, I agree, but I don't think anyone will because, they had a solid chance to be in district champions. But, I have to give it to the Mountaineers. They played good. They showed the weaknesses that the Wolves had. They showed the pass was good. And your final score was 26 Mountaineers to 20 Reed Spring Wolves. On the season, the Wolves won 1, the Mountaineers won 1. First game the Mountaineers played the Wolves, they passed for 400 yards on the Wolves. And that's something that can't happen whether it's the first game of the season, the last game of the season, or preseason. It's bad. And they showed that they could pass there too. And they will be advancing to the district championship against Cassville and Monette, which is going to be a very good game. So that essentially wraps up the high school season for the Reed Spring Wolves. We will see you next year, and farewell. And you will be able to join in next year for a program just like this. Stay tuned for all Reed Spring sports, and we'll see you next year. Goodbye.
All right, we just said goodbye, Alex. We're done.